My life is really great. I own a business. I was only 24 when I started it. Everything just sails along for me the way it's supposed to. And one thing that would make it even more better, if I could get a handle on ambivalent feelings when I have two choices. And I torture myself. Which way? What if? Don't know which one's right.
Try to decide which action to take.
Absolutely.
Well, if the choices feel ambivalent, then it doesn't matter. Flip a coin. And
either way, it'll be okay.
We're not kidding, because the universe has the ability to deliver many, many paths to the end result that you're looking for. And the belief that it's just one way and not the other is just crazy. Doesn't it make sense that if your point of attraction is as you say it is, and it is, that the universe that would be like saying, Abraham, I went to a buffet and there was more than one thing there. And I didn't know what to do.
That would be me.
But that's silly, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can accept that there are many delicious choices, and it really doesn't matter which delicious choice you make, it's going to be delicious. And that's the way we want you to understand. Sometimes people have a sort of attitude that they're afraid that their ship will come in and they will miss it. And we say there's always another and another and another and another and another, because your point of attraction is attractive. And law of attraction is yielding to you many, 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 many options. And so if you can just relax and say, it doesn't really matter, I'm just going to choose one and line up with it, then in the details of it as it unfolds, more options will reveal themselves, you see. There are so many ways to satisfy the intentions that you hold. And we really want to soothe you, to soothe the notion that there is a wrong choice, because you can't get it wrong. And the reason you can't get it wrong is because it's never done. So even if you were to choose something that, as you get down the road a little bit, it doesn't satisfy everything that you wanted, in that choosing and in that exposure, there were new rockets of desire which puts you in a clear place of choosing again. You see what we're getting at? We think that what makes you afraid that you might make the wrong choice is that you're like a lot of people. You've been under scrutiny of people who are looking at you. There are a lot of people that just want you to always make the right choice because they want you to choose what they want. In other words, most people are seeking some sort of agreement from you, you see. And when you sort of set that aside by looking for the agreement that comes forth from within you, then you will feel free in all of that. One other thing we would like to say, and that is, if it really feels ambivalent, you might want to choose nothing until the choices reveal themselves to you in an even more emphatic way.
That's it.
But the thing about that is, you can miss a lot of fun by waiting for it to be perfect before it's perfect. In other words, if you could accept that it's in the vortex already, and that the universe is yielding to you the path of least resistance, and that maybe this choice that you're making is part of the path of least resistance, because nothing feels worse than indecision. And that's what you were describing. Indecision, that feeling of indecision is what keeps you from allowing movement. So from our point of view, and if we were standing in your physical shoes, it really would be what we would do. We would make a choice. We would choose. And then we would do everything that we could to line up with that choice. And if it really doesn't have the ability, if this choice that you've made really does not have the potential of satisfying everything that you are asking for, then it will be evident, and contrast will put yet another rocket of desire, and then you will be given another opportunity for other choices, you see. Try it. You're going to like it. You're going to discover that you are intuitively understanding, and that the choices are really not that different one from another.
You're right. And I think I've already been doing that. I think I wasn't aware of it. So if I make a choice, then I definitely notice all of the things around me are pointing me to that choice.
Yeah.
And so I shouldn't doubt or second guess my own self. Just follow the choices.
Keep beating the drum of why this was a good decision, and look for the positive aspects in that choice that you've made. And use that focus as your reason to line up with who you are. Because you see, let's back up just a little bit. We're at the ending of the time, but we really want to bring this to a powerful conclusion, because it's a wonderful new place in this leading edge understanding of the way the law of attraction works and about deliberate creating. So rather than thinking of yourself as someone who sees these things out there that you want and going and getting them, if you can instead see yourself as a vibrational offerer who is accomplishing a point of attraction, and that point of attraction is being constantly answered. So what you're thinking about and the way you're feeling about it is everything. Nothing matters more than that. So the process has been 3 steps. Step 1 is you ask, and the vortex is full of what you've asked for. Source, the source within you, knows how to satisfy in greater fashion than we could ever find words to identify every single thing that you want. It's all lined up for you. Your singular work is to find a way of being ready for what's in the vortex. Vibrational ready. Vibrationally ready. My work is to be vibrationally ready for what's in the vortex. So then you say, well, I have these choices, and I'm afraid that I'm making the wrong choice. Are you vibrationally ready when you are afraid? But what if I make the wrong choice? Are you vibrationally ready?
No.
But that choice looks better than that choice or that choice. Are you vibrationally ready?
No.
I think I'll choose that one and look for positive aspects in it. Oh, I see that positive aspect and that one and that one. Are you vibrationally ready?
Getting there.
Yeah. In other words, that's the work, to be vibrationally ready. But it requires, as someone helped us say clearly, or said even more clearly than we do, is this measure of trust. First, you got to understand that the law of attraction exists. Do you? There's not a shred of evidence to the contrary of it. Next, you got to understand that you've been living life and you've been putting requests and that they are there and tended. Do you believe that? It's an important thing to understand, because if you don't believe that, then you've got some understanding that must come into place. But if you believe that law of attraction is there, and it is, and if you believe that the contents of your vortex are full of the vibrational equivalent of all kinds of manifestations that are just going to knock your socks off with pleasure and joy as they come into your experience, if you believe that, then you know that the only thing that you must now do is be vibrationally ready for what you've put there. And we want to tell you that every day you're vibrationally ready for some of it. That's why the things come into your experience that do. You just want more creative control of that. You want more fun. It is so much fun to have an idea of something that you want and feel yourself, talk yourself into alignment with it. It is so much fun to recognize that you've put things into the vortex and to consciously ready yourself for it. Because when the evidence of that readiness shows itself to you, when you experience the revelation of what you have sensed but have not yet seen, and now you're seeing that which you one time sensed. It's what you said about the string theory. It's about what our friend said about it too. You sensed it before you knew it. But if you hadn't sensed it before you knew it, then the knowing of it wouldn't feel like it feels to you, you see. That's what deliberate creation is. It's the conscious awareness of the perfection that is you, and the conscious awareness of the worthiness that is you. And if you haven't done it on purpose, then when it happens, you don't get that feeling, you see. But if you have done it on purpose, when it happens, then you get that feeling. And that feeling is what the feeling of life is. That's the feeling that you came for. You said, I'll go forth and I'll figure out what I want, and I'll figure out how to come into alignment with it, and I will revel in joy as it comes into manifestation, as evidence of my ability to create, to be or do or have anything that I choose. That was the promise that you understood when you came forth. And anything less than that is not enough for the likes of any of you.
Oh, I feel amazing that I'm here, Abraham. Thank you. And thank myself for being a match to my questions.
Yeah.
I'd like you to assist me now to align whatever the answer to me personally.
Relative to what?
Whatever's in proximity, whatever I can receive from you right now.
Well, the most significant thing that we want you to hear from us, we already gave to you. And we're tempted to just throw you out now.
I've got another question.
We know, that's why.
We can just go straight to the next question.
All is well. We're playing with you just to get you to understand that we have no idea what we're even talking about here. We're just vamping, waiting for something to come. No. The most significant thing that we want you to understand is that this alignment that you seek is an ongoing thing. It's something that, and it is the art of alignment that really is the deliciousness of what life is. One day, Esther was dusting and a shelf fell and another shelf fell and everything on this beautiful shelf of treasures broke, or nearly everything. And Jerry's response was, "Oh good, something to buy." And in a way, we want you to understand that that's the way contrast is that a little imbalance is, oh good, a reason to focus. Oh good, a new desire to be born. Oh good, a new standard to achieve vibrational alignment with. Oh good, a new reason to feel. Oh good, a new reason to feel movement. Oh good, a new reason to expect universal cooperation. Oh good, a new reason to watch for evidence to flow in. In other words, alignment, we really, really want you to hear that alignment is not achieving a vibrational frequency and holding it there, that it is the movement within the vibration that is the best of all life. It's sort of like Esther felt a hunger pain yesterday and she didn't know what it was. We're kidding a little bit. And then she and Jeannie, Sister Jeannie, talked for a few minutes about how nice it is to feel hungry, because then you anticipate what's coming next. And the food is ever so much more delicious when you are a little bit hungry. And we want you to be a little bit hungry all the time, but hungry not with a sense of desperation that wonderful food is not on the way, but hungry in the sense that there's always something more coming. And that's the best description of what we would consider to be perfect alignment seeking in physical form, to realize that it's moving all the time.
Yeah, well, you've convinced me that it's the feeling that I'm reaching for and not so much specific. So I feel very sensitive to the energy around me and what I'm feeling in my body. And is that reaching for the feeling of alignment?
Reaching for the feeling of alignment is as simple as caring about how I feel. Mm-hmm. And recognizing that if I feel something that has my attention, in other words, different people are different in their sensitivity, and every person has different sensitivity on different topics. And so it's a matter of continuing to increase your standard that you're holding yourself to, and then being willing to do whatever it takes in order to achieve vibrational alignment in this moment with that new standard. And the way that we've been describing it recently, that has given a lot of relief to a lot of people. And do you hear the power in the word relief? Relief means releasing resistance. And resistance means raising vibration. And raising vibration means alignment that you are seeking. So if you find yourself feeling something that you are seeking relief from, a thought that you're seeking relief from, and in your case we're saying a thought that you're seeking relief from, not just a situation that you're seeking relief from, but a thought that you're seeking relief from, make it as least specific to yourself as you can. Get as general about it as you can, and you'll feel the relief coming until you've trained yourself into a more general thought about that. The more general the thought, the less resistance there will be. The thought will literally slow down. When you think a thought, it's offering a vibration, and when you continue to focus upon it for as little as 17 seconds, another thought like it joins it. We're giving you sort of the mathematics of thought. When you continue to think it for another 17 seconds, another thought like it joins it. And as these thoughts join it, law of attraction is bringing them because of your attention to them. As these thoughts join it, the speed of the thought and therefore the power of the thought increases. And so if you increase the speed of a thought that's contradictory to a thought that is in vibrational alignment with who you really are, then you're going to feel the discord of that. So slowing the thought down is really what you're wanting to do.